Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video we're going to learn how to create a full section view of our Arbor Press part seen here. We're also going to apply datum and coordinate methods of dimensioning. So when you have your part file open and you're ready to go, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do now is change our workspace from design to drawing, and we want to select drawing from design. And we want to change our sheet size now to sheet size A, 11 inches by 8.5 inches, and select OK. And by default, it's going to go ahead and bring in our front view, which is what we want. This view will work. I'm going to go ahead and click here in the bottom left corner. I'm going to change the scale now from 1 to 2 to, let's make it a little bit bigger. I think we have some room here. So let's try 1.4 to 2. And I'm going to change it to shaded. And I'm going to go ahead and select OK. Next thing I want to do is come on up to projected view. I'm going to click there. Then I'm going to click on my front view. And I'm going to bring my side view over somewhere like in this vicinity. And then I'm going to click and I'm going to drag my mouse up, and I'm going to basically go ahead and throw in my isometric or 3D view here in the top right corner, and then click that green check mark and you're done. So next we want to go ahead and create our section view, and we want our section view to go right down the middle of our part. So I'm going to come up to section view, and if you click on the part, you'll notice the features pop up here. Okay, so I'm going to find the center here, and I'm going to drag my mouse out to the left so that this green dashed line shows up. So I know I'm in the center. I'm going to click, and then when I drag my mouse across it, I'm going to click again. Okay, I'm going to right click, continue, and I'm going to drag my section view up above my front view here, and then select OK. I'm going to come on over here to my section view, and I'm going to just drag that up to the top here, right below it. So remember, section views are important because they show the internal workings or internal anatomy of a particular part. So in this case, we can see the two holes that go right down the middle of our part, this hole and this hole. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start dimensioning our Arbor Press part here. And to do that, we're going to use a method known as datum dimensioning, where we use a point and we just work our way across, dimensioning from feature to feature, and then we work our way up, dimensioning from feature to feature. And if you notice, we have some angular features here. So instead of using the angular method of dimensioning, we're going to use the coordinate method of dimensioning. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here so you guys can see a little bit better. Now I'm going to go ahead and start dimensioning. Before I do so, I'm going to move my section view up a little ways so it's a little bit out of the way to make room for my dimensions. And that's probably good. All right, so now let's go ahead and start dimensioning. I'm going to grab my dimension tool, and I'm going to come down here to the bottom left border, and I'm going to use datum dimensioning. So I'm going to dimension from feature to feature, working my way across left to right. So I'm going to find this corner, click on it, go to my first feature, which is the center point, and move my mouse up and click where I want it. Right there. My next feature, which is the next center mark, move my mouse up, keep going across from there to this edge, move my mouse up, and then all the way across for our overall length here. All right, I'm going to hit escape, and I'm just going to sort of move some of these down and out of the way. All right, so once that's done, now let's go ahead and select our dimension button again, and we're going to do the same process, but we're going to work our way vertically instead of horizontally. So we're going to come to this bottom left hand corner, click on this edge, and go out across. Keep working our way up to this edge, from here to the center point here, to that edge, and then our overall sort of height here. Okay, I want to hit escape. I'm going to move this 7 down in here. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Alright, and the next thing we want to do now is to go ahead and dimension our holes. So I'm going to come to my text option. I'm going to come down to hole and thread notes. I'm going to click on the hole, and right around here I'm going to go ahead and dimension my first hole, and then this view shows it pretty well, so I'm going to do the same thing on this hole. Click over here, and right over here looks pretty good. Select OK. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and dimension the thickness of our part. So I'm going to click here and click the bottom of the part, and that should be 1 inch. And then we want to go ahead and dimension this chamfer here. So to do that, we're going to come to the text, and we're going to select leader note, and we're just going to click on that edge right there, and we're going to drag out an arrow, something like that, and we're going to type in 0.6 spacebar x 45, and we're going to insert a degree symbol, and then we're going to type in chamfer and select close. And finally, we need to specify the location of that hole. So we need to put a center mark right there on there, and then we're going to dimension it, the center from here to here, 0.5, and then from here to the bottom, 1.44. I'm going to take it out of dimension mode. Okay. And that'll do it for this part. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.